So, as you got to know about our vision, now we should also know how do we achieve our vision, right? So, vision is primarily what we are trying to solve, but there has to be a system or a process or some programmatic thing in place which really makes the vision happen, and that's the mission. So the mission, irrespective of the team or the nature of work that you do, everybody's contribution is really required to achieve that vision. So in our mission, what we are trying to say is we are going to use the automated systems and well-defined processes. When I'm saying well-defined processes, because we are trying to solve very niche problem of HR, especially related to compliance. When it is related to compliance, lot of dollar value is associated with that as penalties. And if there are, and the problem that existed was because of not having, it's not that there are no HRs, it's not that there are no attorneys or no people, but there is probably no defined, well-defined process to make the organization compliant. And that's our vision, that we are coming up with a automated system in the form of an audit, of course, and also well-defined processes so that we can accomplish our vision. Maybe you want to add anything more?
Absolutely. Thanks, Shrikant. So now, when you say guide employers, our sales team can tell you better the stories that they hear. While they demo it to customer, we say public access file. What is public access file? We don't maintain public access file? No, we don't need to maintain public access file. So first we have to teach them that it's important, and also teach them how to do it, right? So most of them, they are victim of ignorance, and some of them are, even they know the information, they are very lazy, right? So both the cases we want to solve, both the problems we want to solve. We want to see how we can automate as much as possible for them, so that they don't have to stress their brain. System does it for them. System reminds them. System thinks for them. System does what it is supposed to. Right. So that's what we are looking to solve in our mission to help the company.
Awesome. So now, like Shravan and Shrikant just said, right? Now, how do you give peace of mind to an enterprise, to an employer? Now, why is that they're not having peace of mind? That also we should know first. Why is that they're losing the work? What is that they're losing their mind on? Number one, the immigration has become difficult. Number two, the compliance around immigration has become difficult. That means if you do knowingly, unknowingly, being ignorant, irrespective of whatever reason, if you happen to do a mistake, you are penalized in tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars. This is not a sales pitch that we do to our customers. There are customers that are impacted severely because of compliance issues. So we have taken up something extremely valuable to an employer, right? So first of all, we have to, each and everybody in the team has to be functionally thorough with what they're building, right? Now, there's something about team. They say the strength of the team is equivalent to the weakest person in the team. That's the total strength of the team. It is directly proportional to the weakest person in the team. Now, there are different teams in this organization. Now, what should be a leader do? What should be the goal of the team? To bring that weakest person up to speed, so you're all at the same level of understanding when it comes to the functionality of the product. Now, after a certain time, you cannot be casual anymore. Like I was having a discussion with Ram, just candid, casual discussion, and he asked me a question. He said, "How do you feel, being an entrepreneur?" Is that the question you asked? Ram, there's so many people in your team, they're all having fun. How do you feel? And my answer was, I feel responsible. Okay, that was my answer, and I'll tell you why. Now, you are a single guy. You could do whatever you want to, but then you get married. Then what happens suddenly? You have a responsibility. You cannot, first year of marriage, Rohit's wife is okay, but second year, I'm doubtful if she'll be okay with you staying so late. So you go back home on time because there is responsibility, right? Now, then you have kids. What happens? There is an increase in responsibility, right? Then you have a second kid. lot more responsibilities. Parents are getting older, it adds some more responsibilities. In life, what gets added is responsibilities, right? Now, it is same with the product as well. You start a product casually, you got an idea in Uber, now you want to do something, no responsibility, it is like being a single guy. Right? You know, you just play around, you tell, at drinks you tell some guys, I got this brilliant idea, there's so much kick, it's a single guy kick. Then, you know, you actually bring in some employees on board. Now, when you bring somebody on board, you're telling them you're going to do something great. Now you have to live up to it. You cannot play around with their careers, you cannot play around with their futures, right? It is like getting married right now. Once you incorporate, once you have the people on board, now you are married, man. You have responsibilities right now. Then you have customers. It's like having kids. I said, man. And customers to begin with are always on diapers. They need a lot of diaper change, right? Or you change diapers because they're always cranky, right? Initially. And the reason they're also cranky is because we are also new parents, by the way. Right? We're new parents. We are figuring it out and things like that. Now we have several customers, like lots of kids, you know. Now our responsibility goes up. So in every stage in life, unless you feel responsible, the mission cannot be accomplished. When it comes to a mission, it is always attached to something called responsibility and accountability. Each and every person in the organization has to feel that and has to be accountable. Nobody should think it is not my headache, it is that person's job. That is not my job. And that is exactly what we love about in this team. You know, UX team doesn't think it is the developer's problem, I have given my thing. If that was the case, they will not take the effort to go and make sure that they are up to speed, what their imagination, what they put it together, is being executed the right way. That need not be there, right? Yeah. But you know, how you work together as a team, like a well-oiled machine, because there cannot be one cranky part. Even if there is a one cranky part, there is a squeaky noise or the whole machine won't work. So the entire different, you know, parts of the machine has to work in unison. Only then the entire machine will work. And that is exactly the same for every organization. So our goal is to work in such unison. There is not even a squeaky noise. It is such a well-oiled machine. You guys with me on that? Yeah,
absolutely.
If you are, can you give me a big shout out? Yeah. So thank you for that, you know, because our mission has just begun. We just got started. 200 is nothing. You'll see the roadmap where we are headed and how everybody's life in this auditorium is going to change for good. And trust me on that one. You know, because every company like a Microsoft started small. Yeah, there might be one man getting all the accolades, but Bill Gates. But guess what? A room size, 10 sizes of this room are multi-millionaires because of Microsoft. 10 times this room are multi-millionaires way over because of one man's vision, because of Microsoft vision. They might not be getting the accolades, or they might not be known, but they are loaded when it comes to cash. Are you okay with that? Bank balance is loaded. You know, you close your eyes and point a finger on the map, and whichever country your finger lands up, you say, let's go first class to that country. Would that be good? Yeah? Yeah. Absolutely. And that is exactly what I have in mind for all of you guys. There's no doubt about it. That is our mission. So anything else you want, the final thoughts? Before we go to the next slide? Okay. All right. So next slide, guys. Core values. There you go. So I already spoke about a couple of things, right, in terms of responsibility and accountability being a part of our core values. But I would like to have Shrikant, Shravan, you know, dive into. When I say too many points, I will give it to Shrikant and Shravan. But Shrikant, Shravan, over to you, please.
Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. So the reason that KK gives when there are more points is I keep them brief, so I don't elaborate and take much time.
So there's one more slide only. Yay!
Yeah. So guys, so we have seen vision and mission. So that goes. So we have seen vision and mission. Now, as an employee, how do I try to or how do we as an organization build a culture? Now culture is something that every employee believes in, right? So it's like, say for example, if we are all enjoying the work as well as enjoying these events, enjoying the way we do the work is nothing but a culture. Now, if a group of team, or if we are having 5 different teams and have their own style of working, it still works, but not really. The things won't synchronize. Now that's where culture of the organization is really important. And for that, we should have something defined in place which we strongly believe in, and that keeps us binded together. So that's where the core values of organization as an employee, what I have to follow, and what is my contribution, so that I can contribute to the organization and keep things together. So these are the 6 points, which primarily customer centric, which is the primary responsibility of ours, which means when we are talking about again core values, I just want to repeat that irrespective of the way you are contributing, either you are from UX team who are defining the flows and coming up with the VDs, or you are a developer team who is really building the feature and testing it, releasing it, or QA team, or even the kind of IT DevOps team, or in fact including our HR and admin team should adopt these core values. So everybody, when it comes to the point of customer centric thought process, we should think that if a situation comes, what would be the better solution, and is our customer going to be impacted or benefited because of that, should be the first thought process that should come into mind, right? So similarly, accountability, KK just spoke about accountability. How should we think and contribute from our individual perspective? And we are really glad, and each of us believe that we have a great team who really takes that accountability. Okay, so that's really one of the advantages that we have. And then Swift is something, the speed of your work. Again, probably I have to take example of Jyoti. When she joined initially, she came and said, "Things move fast here," is what she said. And
That's good.
Yeah. So I said, yeah, it happens, So because everybody won't keep anything to themselves, so they probably complete one user story, or by the time they are about to complete the story, they will start learning about the new story that they have to start working on. Maybe the same thing with the UX team, including the digital marketing and all other teams are so engaged that that's the primary reason that we are heading in the right direction with that kind of speed also. So the speed of employees and the contributions will define the speed of organization's growth as well, right? You believe that?
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, and integrity, of course, it's about how ethically we are contributing, how sincerely we are doing all our efforts and all that. And we are result oriented. So, last time when KK was talking, he was taking opinions of new joinees on why, what is the thing that you like most. So many of them said it's time flexibility, right? So we don't care about what time or employees are coming, or we are not micromanaging. As long as you are producing the result, we are not bothered about those timing and all that. So that's the result-oriented way of running the organization. And then innovative solutions. So this is something that we should adopt. Everybody should adopt. So because if we stop innovating, we'll fall behind, right? So that's one of the key function of any organization. So if certain things are working today, there is no guarantee that the same way things would work tomorrow. So we have to keep innovating ourselves from the mindset perspective as well as from the way we do the things. And innovation doesn't really always mean the technology innovation. So it could be innovating thought process also, right? So these are the core values that we are trying to bind together. Maybe I can have Shravan and KK add to it.
Yeah, not much I would like to add. Now, some of you might be thinking why you might not have received the awards this time, right? I think this is a blueprint for you, right? If this is what you follow, your name will be the next, right? This is what we expect, and this is what we want the culture of the company to be. We want you to think about even whatever task you do, whatever thing you build, think how it's going to help customer. Is it going to help us bring a customer, service a customer? Can I do it? Can I count? Can my leader or can my management team count on me by showing accountability? How quick I'm going to do by being swift about it. And of course, having that integrity amongst your team, amongst your leader, amongst your leadership, and making it happen. And working towards result. Like someone said from the while receiving the awards, I think it was Suraj. He said it's not how much time you put, it's how much effort you put. Right? Spending time is not what we want. We want someone who always thinks about results as an outcome. And of course, we always encourage innovative ideas. Srikanth keeps challenging us, keep challenging the developers whenever they come to him. I always like his way of dealing it. He always asks them, why this way? Why? A lot of times we don't think, unless somebody asks us why we don't think. Right? I think that is the way you have to when you're looking at innovative solutions. So that's my quick roundup, and I'll give it back to KK.
Thank you. Amazing points made. I think we have 3 minutes to close it. I think the tea and coffee and some dance is left. So let me wrap this up. 2 things I want to talk about. That's all here, and then I will show you the roadmap to where we are headed. Okay? One is being customer centric. Customer centric means everything revolves around the customer. And what does a customer want? He wants everything like yesterday. He wants timesheets yesterday, QB integration yesterday. Everything was yesterday for him. So what we need to do is our planning, effectiveness, innovation, process, everything should contribute to getting things done what they want and at the pace they want. That is the whole idea here. I'll give you a small example I was sharing with Srikanth and Shravan, talking about innovation, right? Sometimes our mind works only unidimensionally. You have so much clutter in your mind sometimes. It only works in one direction. It doesn't think anything else, especially for men. Okay, because men can only handle one thing at a time, women can handle many things at a time, but men, only one thing. So I'll tell you what happened. So the geyser at my home, went off, and that means it stopped working. So we had to do the old style of heating the water, right? You put the water in the stove, you heat it up, and then you take the hot water into the bathroom, and then you take a warm shower. That's the whole idea. So my mom said, okay, let's heat it up, and she heated the water. And then now, my mind, the way it works right now, think about it. So my mind is imagining, okay, the water is hot right now. I will take the hot water with the tongs that you have, carefully take to the bathroom, fill the bucket, come back again, take the next one, carefully take it, fill the bucket, and then I can have a hot shower. That's what's going on in my mind. And then I said, okay, Mom, I'm going to take it. So my mom said, what are you taking it? Let me tell you something simple. Bring the bucket, put the water, take the bucket, get your shower. I said, Mom, you're an innovator. You see, it is a very simple thing. Instead of taking a big risk of transporting the hot water carefully, just get the bucket there, put the water in, get your shower, my son. It's not that difficult. Have you seen how simplified it was? My goodness, why did my brain did not work that way? Right? So that is why it's always a good idea to bounce your ideas, to bounce your process, to bounce your approach with somebody senior or one of your peers and ask, hey, what do you think? Do you think of any other better way of doing things? So we can get it done much faster, less buggy, and then, very impressive. That's all I wanted to share about this, guys. So let's get it done that way. Let's keep innovating in our mind. Let's keep researching about what are the new things that are out there that can make it happen faster. And the last slide, the roadmap. We're already going. We're going ahead, that's for sure. Now, this is one of the most critical years for us. Now, 2019 was an amazing year. From 2018, we added 150 plus customers. In 2019. So give yourself a big round of applause. So the product spoke for itself. Great job. Kudos to you guys. Now this year is one of the most critical year for us because our goal is to hit that 500 plus mark, without a question. We are going to do whatever it takes to get that to make that happen. If I have to wake up 25 hours out of 24 hours, if there is a possibility, I will do that as well. That is my commitment, that is my determination, because from here and onwards, do you know there is something called a T1 speed for a plane? What does that mean? What is the T1 speed? Anybody knows that? T1 speed is a speed on the runway that flight achieves. After that, there is no point of return. That means it has to take off. Once you achieve that speed, it's called T1 speed. Now, 500 this year is the T1 speed, and that is why from there onwards it's absolutely take off for us. Right? So that is why we are absolutely determined to hit that T1 speed for OnLink, and that's going to be this year. So if there is the most critical year ever for OnLink, that is 2020, the new ticket. So let's make this new ticket work for us, and we need each and every one of you to commit, contribute, make it happen. I want to come to a point where each and every one receives the best performer, best contributor award, at the least. Okay? So that's all we want to share, guys. And any parting thoughts that you guys have before we break for tea?
Yeah, a couple of minutes. I know this journey is looking awesome on the screen, but in between those things is a lot of hard work, and the couple of teams I would like to mention: the OnLink sales team, OnLink support team, who work tirelessly, take those no's, get those calls done, get those demos done, so that we get to that T1 speed, like you just said. So all kudos to you, and of course the development team who works tirelessly to make things happen for the customers and for every one of us.
So, thanks guys. Everybody's contribution and each and every individual's contribution counts here. Okay, so that should be the conclusion, and give a big round of applause for everybody.
Alright guys, I'm glad that we had a lot of fun. This was one of the best days of 2020 for me. I hope it's the same for you guys. So let's have a blast in 2020, accomplish a lot and make it happen. With that, I'll give it back to your incredible host, Mr. Ramesh Kadam.
Make it happen, guys.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Yeah, we have come to the end of Carpe Diem 2020, but before that,